Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for August 19th, 2021. This is Suzanne Wagner, and I do a daily numerology astrology blog. Thank you for joining me. If you add all those numbers together today, you get the number 23. And if you add the 2 and the 3 together, you get the number 5. The number 5 is the Earth Mother, Mother Nature, the physical body, all things in the human realm, all things in the earthly realm. It's about taking care of ourselves, nurturing the world. And today, I think we are learning how to care more for ourselves, others, and this beautiful planet we live upon. This number represents all things in the physical world. We have to share, exchange, and honor those that have the intention to protect, defend, and serve this world in various ways that matter in the larger scheme of things. Today, appreciate the food that arrives at your table and those that carefully craft it into a healthy meal that can sustain us for a bit more time in this life. Where would we be without the love of all the mothers in the world? Many of us know that compassion and care, love and kindness is what sustains all of life in this world. The feminine, the number 5, is the most powerful force in this dimension. It is creation, cooperation, and compassion. In our world, we need to find those places that are willing to create a world that all of us can enjoy and that supports all the lives of this planet. Okay, the astrology today. The moon continues in the self-disciplined sign of Capricorn. Organization and determination seem to be in the flow. But there is also Uranus deciding to go still in the sky as it prepares to move into retrograde. It will stay there until January 18th, 2022. It shifts our focus from outward to inward. There are intentional things holding us back. We can feel them, but they seem to move from an automatic place rather than rational thought. It makes us question and want to know why. Why are there moments when the rebellious instinct seems childish? This is one of those moments. We want order and structure more than flippant and ridiculous behaviors in our vicinity. The Sun and Jupiter go into opposition, making things feel uneasy and in anticipation of more to come. After all, the two biggest planets are squaring off in this opposition. This can make the whole world feel a bit uneasy. Uranus cannot help but to challenge us. It forces us to learn to accommodate and increase in energy and vibration. More and more energy is coming into us. It feels as if every nerve is heightened and on edge, and that would be a correct assessment. As the light of the Sun and Jupiter continue to shine a very bright light, what was hidden finally comes into clarity, and that will force us to arrange our priorities. There are too many areas that need massive improvement. This causes confusion and, for some, an overreaching. This is going to require time to adjust the expectations and come into some form that seems something that can be managed. And my quote for today. The eagle of freedom soars over smoke-filled skies. The hope for humanity is hard to hear over the cries. The cries of the women being chained and restrained, the cries of the children starving and blood-stained. The owl leans back against the hollow of his tree. Will he fly away from his burning home and chickadee? I care for those whose voices are being stilled. I care for those who are also being killed. I will try in my way to find the space to allow for more freedom and a lot more grace. And my blog for today. Well, it was exciting. I'm doing this blog on the morning of the 18th, and I know that this is actually for the 19th. But we got a Nixle alert on our phones early in the morning of the 18th, about 4 a.m., followed by a phone call from a dear friend who had also heard it, and she was outside the evacuation zone, which we were in, and offered us to come to her house. That was so kind, and we agreed to get up and out the door and head to her direction. We had been preparing for such a thing and were partially packed in our van to make things easier. We had even planned to do a thorough practice run, ironically, this week. Well, we got it anyway. And considering the early hour and being woken up suddenly, I think we did amazingly well. There are moments in life where the choices become clear. The first priority was the cat. I put her into her harness and leash and into her crate, and then her food and litter box went into my car. The kitty did amazingly well, though she let her dissatisfaction be clearly known. And because we had done a lot of preparation, in 20 minutes we were as ready as we could be. Then we heard that the amazing fire department had controlled the blaze and were no longer doing an evacuation. Even the warning was later canceled. Smoke still lingers in the air this morning from the Dixie fire because the wind had changed. And we have our air purification fans on, and the gratitude is crystal clear in this moment. Grateful for another day in this forest. Grateful that the animals still have their homes. Grateful that my neighbors are safe and sound. It never hurts to recognize how the universe works in ways that do support the goodness in the world. The universe needs our help to do that. We have to listen, respond, and care enough to work towards safety in our communities. Thank you to everyone, firefighters, everyone who helped and quickly responded. The gratitude I feel is beyond the value of this English word. Thanks, everyone.